paseo sabanero, toco paseo vallenato, porro, cumbia, paseaditos, charanga y puya. Sabanera, y sabrás que la cumbia es popular en Colombia y fuera de ella, y verás qué bonito van bailando extranjeros que sí saben valorar nuestro ritmo colombiano. ¡Hey! Cumbia colombiana para el mundo entero. Debemos brindar tributos con honores a nuestro bello folclor y darle ese gran valor como a una nación sus colores, que nosotros como grandes pregoneros lograremos rescatar nuestro orgullo sabanero como es el porro y la cumbia. Debemos llevarlo en alto por el confín de los tiempos, porque ahora en el extranjero bailan la cumbia bien colombiano. Bailan paseo sabanero, bailan paseo vallenato, bailan porro, paseaditos, charanga y puya. Bailan los norteños, sur y centroamericanos, pero lo que mejor bailan es nuestra cumbia, que llevamos en la sangre, que aquel indio nos dejó. Honremos la cumbia madre, madre de nuestro folclor. Ven hermano a cantar tu música sabanera y sabrás que la cumbia es popular en Colombia y fuera de ella, y verás qué bonito van bailando extranjeros que sí saben valorar nuestro ritmo colombiano. También los salvadoreños bailan bonito charanga y cumbia. A bailar y a gozar la cumbia en El Salvador, con Aniceto Molina porque su música es preferida. A bailar y a gozar su música es su esplendor. Lisandro Mesa y Alfredo, grandes juglares de nuestro pueblo. A bailar y a gozar su música es su esplendor. Son tres grandes legendarios que van por todo el mundo cantando. Ven hermano a cantar tu música sabanera y sabrás que la cumbia es popular en Colombia y fuera de ella. Ven
hermano sabanero, te invito a que defendamos nuestro folclore y con orgullo por todo el mundo entero llevaremos lo más lindo de nuestra región.
Tu música sabanera y sabrás que la cumbia es popular en Colombia y fuera de ella. Ven hermano a cantar tu música sabanera y sabrás que la cumbia es popular en Colombia y fuera de ella. Ven hermano a cantar.
¿Qué hubo, muñeca? ¿Le tuvimos a la chancla?
A ver, buena tarde.
Buena.
son como yo creía. Los caminos de la vida son muy difícil de andarlos, difícil de caminarlos. Yo no encuentro la salida. Yo pensaba que la vida era distinta cuando estaba pequeñito. Yo creía que las cosas eran fáciles como ayer, que mi viejecita buena se esmeraba por darme todo lo que necesitaba. Y me doy cuenta que tanto así no es, porque mi viejita ya está cansada de trabajar para mi hermano y para mí. Y ahora con gusto me toca ayudarla, y por mi vieja lucharé hasta el fin. Por ella lucharé hasta que me muera, y por ella no me quiero morir. Tampoco que se me muera mi vieja, pero que va si el destino es así. Los caminos de la vida no son como yo pensaba, como los imaginaba, no son como yo creía. Los caminos de la vida son muy difícil de andarlos, difícil de caminarlos. Yo no encuentro la salida. María Tere, Luz Dari, Mariana, los amores de mi vida.
Mija botana, mija botana, me mai botana, make botana.
Kano abano, drama kano abano, drama kano abano. Niwa tamponda, no koniwa tamponda. Ni chiyon tana, no koniwa tamponda. No koi jinano e ronda me ama que royona ma que royon bai ma que royon bai awe ni canoa Antoninda o cande jin kaine o cabo.
My microphone was off again. I always forget that in the studio. Anyways, I was going to do this really inspirational video today for the 4th of July. I have so many friends that lives in USA. I will be a lot in the USA from like autumn, you could say. I have a lot of things happening in the USA, so but something happened today, that again, this it's a shooting that happened. So there's people that are, instead of celebrating today, they will suffer. Somebody will get a call and be informed that somebody they love maybe have passed away. So my prayer goes out to the people that need to work with, like, the effects of hate in society, I would say. It can't be an easy task, to be the one that carry the message to a mother that her child has doesn't exist anymore. I don't even know how they can handle it. It's such a, regarding my own like story, of losing my mother. I can't like relate to how I would feel if something happened to my children, and I was the one getting that message. So, anyways, my prayer goes out to all the people affected, all the people around this that would probably have some traumas to heal from. So I've been on this quest for a long time, my friends, as long as I can remember, to find the answers to why. Like, I'm a why person. I always ask myself why. Why do we hate? Why do we love? Why do humans do cruelty to other humans? So, and it started from a very early age, you could say. I think, like, I came to Sweden as a refugee child when I was 5 years old, and my father was started to wake up, screaming in the night, and I didn't understand why, and as a child, I got very afraid, like, I got very sad for my father why he was doing that. And then somebody explained to me, that the reason was because of his nightmares, because he had been tortured for many years, for believing that people should read and write, something we take for granted, right? So that was my first why, to I asked God, like, why? Like, how can a human do this to another human, And that's where kind of my quest started, asking these questions, because I was quite different as a child. I was quite bullied for that, actually. So I was a first I was a book nerd. I read many books, I can tell you. Many books, I think I read the whole library almost. I think the only book I didn't read in the library was kind of, these books like how do you repair your television. That was like, but I read the rest. Oh my God, I love my library because I could be myself there. I could be alone, and I could escape the hate, the racism that was around me, and the bullies, especially the bullies. And in the library, I had a safe haven, where I could travel the world. I could learn things that I wanted to learn. So about that young age, I actually stopped doing homeworks and stuff. I didn't want to go to school anymore because I thought it was so. We learned so many like trivial stuff that was totally, for me, it was totally irrelevant. Like, why are they? I'm reading like something more than this, right? I'm beyond this, right? So my mother was quite sad, because we went to these meetings with the teachers, and then they say, like, your son is highly intelligent, my friend, but he's not doing homework, he's not paying attention, and his spelling is like a child, because I have dysgraphia. I was born with a. On top of that, I had a speech disorder. Like, I was going to all these kind of specialists. I remember, to be able to speak properly. And I actually didn't speak properly until I was like 8 or something. So still at 10, I couldn't say S properly, I remember. And I got a good beating for that, entering a new school, because I said the first day at school, I said the teacher's name started with S, and I was like, oh my God, here we go again, like, that was kind of my life story, So I was always asking the why, So I started to read from around 7 years old, like a lot of books, philosophy. You can like I read a lot, I can tell you. So I know a lot about history. I know a lot about anything you can imagine, from that early young age. I was already educated, you could say, as a self-educated young child. And then now, I would say, having the life experience I have, I would say I'm a quite well-educated man of planet Earth, I could say, with adding the experience on top, you could say, being a leader, being an engineer, being a businessman. I don't even define myself as a businessman anymore. I would say I'm a relation man. I build relation, and for me, profit, doing money because I'm in a business, it's a to-do task. It's not the purpose. So, and that is what we need to understand about humanity, is that we're actually very purpose driven, more than you can imagine, my friends. Like some people believe, oh, we're only driven by money. That's not the fact, my friend. The fact is that we are very purpose driven. We need to believe in. We need to believe in what we do. We need to believe when we go up in the morning. Why do we go up? We need to believe, right? And we can anchor our purpose in religion, for example. That's quite very good for some people. If you don't believe in God, maybe you can anchor yourself, in the universe, and the fact that we all belong to God together, actually. And that is something that, as a child to a very political man, like my father is still today very political, that was kind of one of my main research topics became as a child, to understand why people separate, like why do these people call themselves left and these people call themselves right? And I was questioning. I still remember I had a debate with my kind of, what you say, the teacher, that, yeah, like society studies, something like that. We were learning about the state and about ideology. Now he was talking to me, like I have probably read more than him, So I was like looking at him, like I was like, what, how, like, which bullet should I choose to fire at him? Like, will I like throw a missile at him, or what will I do, So, because he was very square-headed, so, and he was very kind of political tainted, you could say. And that is the thing that I realized, like even from a child age, is that the wings belong to the same bird at the end of the day. So that is what I couldn't get, my friend. Why do you hate another person? Because they don't like the same president as you. Like, that is quite stupid, right? Now, coming up in life, you could say, is that I came to read the research, a lot of the research behind hate, and like, why do we hate as humans, and that's quite an interesting reading, I can tell you. So, and there's a fact, that people that research in this field, they all know about this, is that it's easier for a human to bound a connection with another person, especially men, when they hate something. For example, an opposite football team. Yeah, you get my point, right? So that can give you the answer to a lot of the hate groups that we have, because young men, they have testosterone and all that, and they also search for identity. That is kind of teenage in a nutshell, you could say. Identity seeking, and you have a lot of testosterone in your body that you need to get rid of, right? So, and so it's so easy for them, when all the groups that are so called men groups are very, very extreme, like tainted by ideology to the extreme that they become stupid, So that is what I claim, that we need to have. We need to have the same. We need to have like men group of people that actually have a brain. And that's the reason that I started Umini Domini. It actually means men of men in Italian. So Umini Domini, you could say, is kind of now it's only like more like a think tank, a friend group of men like me, I would say, that consider themselves to be, first of all, humans, I would say. Secondly, I would say all of them are typical, you would say, alpha males. They are leaders. They usually take the lead wherever they go, and they know how to defend themselves, I would say. They know how to fight, like me. But we don't believe in violence as a method to solve problems, my friend. That is the most stupid thing you can do. But if you rush me or anybody around Umini, you will probably get beaten up, my friend. You don't do that. Don't rush people. Don't attack people. Don't give hate to people, right? So anyway, so what I'm claiming is that we need. I had this talk with a person that identified herself as a feminist in Iceland, right? I have nothing with feminist. I can tell you it exists because of a reason. You know, like men have this kind of thing that they want to take center stage and leave the females to the side. And some of them are so extreme, they say females should be in the kitchen. Like some people really believe that, these stupid men, right? So that was not what I'm talking about, her political view. It was that she said to me, you know, Eduardo, we were talking about the youth in the ghettos or in the suburbs, right? So she said, you know, like we need to educate them. And I asked her, how will you educate them, right? Because this is a typical thing. Talking to a middle class, upper class woman or man that never lived where I lived, you know, that doesn't understand what it's all about, right? It's so easy for them to say this thing, you know, like let's sing and sing Kumbaya, my lord, and then we all will unite, right? It doesn't work like that, my friend. When you're in a kind of hostile, toxic environment where hate is the dominator and it's all about the strongest and survival of the fittest, my friend, you can't do that, my friend. You need to be the positive alpha around these negative alphas, you could say, you know. So then the younger dinosaurs, they will actually listen to you. That's the only way, right? So that is what I told her, you know, like the difference between her and me is probably that if I go there with my homosexual friend that has his pride shirt on and this young gangster wants to come and do a buzz about it, I know what to do, you know, to neutralize him. I will let him know, you know, if you touch my friend here, you will regret this, my friend. Don't do it, you know. I'm advising you. Let him be. He's with me, right? But she would probably, you know, come with this speech about, yeah, you know, she will say nothing that I will fully agree on what she will say to this young, angry gangster, right? But he would like, what the heck are you talking about? She will not go through to him, to his brain, because it's wired into that territory, right? Yeah, like you're practically being in a like you're back to the Stone Ages and before, you know. It's like dinosaurs. Now it's like T-Rexes. It's the strongest T-Rex that will dominate the area, my friend. So you can come with all your philosophies you want and all these fancy words that you want, but you will not get through to these young men, my friend. They only understand one thing, and they understand the law of the strong, right? So that's what I'm claiming, that strong men that are on the positive path of life, or as I call them today, like a positive alpha, not a negative alpha. Negative alpha would like be the opposite, a man that uses his leadership skill and his natural born charisma that he has to make other men follow him. He uses that for negativity, right? I'm a positive alpha. I use my kind of thing that I have for positivity in life, right? So that's the point I'm trying to tell, is that we need to have an alternative to this negative alpha men group, you know. We need a men group for positive alphas, you know, that can guide this young men full of testosterone living in this kind of toxic environment. That, you know what, you can still be yourself, my friend. You can be all the tough you want, but you can use that energy, my friend, in a positive way. So welcome to our brotherhood, I would say, you know. So that is one of the things that I will do in US, actually, is that I will lecture in these areas where you, what maybe you consider as hostile or dangerous, my friend. I'm not afraid of that, my friend. I grew up in those kind of environments. I feel totally safe, I can tell you, there, because I know what to do. I know how to behave. I know how to I know how to handle people, you could say, of all levels of society. And it's all about respect, my friend. I treat everybody as a human. Everybody as a human. Doesn't matter like what they have, if they have a gun in their belt. I could care less what they have on them, or who they know, or who they don't know. Totally irrelevant for me, my friend. I'm talking to another human wherever I'm going, and respecting people as human, right? As long as they don't try to patronize me or step on me, then we will have a problem, my friend, that I will have to address. So that is the reason that I don't feel afraid going into like any area in the world, I will tell you. Except I can tell you that there are some really tough areas in this world. I can tell you. I've been traveling a lot in the world now, and yeah, I came to some places, but sad, knowing that a country has so many resources to let humans fall so far down. So it more angers me than anything else, to see so much hate with people, that I know that hate could be taken out of them if you like put the right environment through these people, and you change the toxicity in that area, right? So I think mostly than anger, like afraid, I was like more angry, I think, on humanity, like knowing all the resources that are there in a society, to do something different. Now you could debate me all you want, like, oh, they have a choice, and yeah, like, come on, like, if you're born with in an upper class, whatever you say, my friend, that will not help you, my friend. You haven't lived there. Like, you're just talking, you're a talker. That's what you are. If you come with this kind of things that you say. First of all, if you want to criticize a man, any man, you need to walk in their shoes, my friend, before you even can criticize somebody. So I avoid criticizing people. I avoid judging people. So the violence, the hate will always be, that will never change. Humanity will go under hating, I can tell you, because that's how it is. Like the hate part is so strong in us, and it triggers us so easy, more than compassion and love, actually. So to be able to be a man of positivity, my friend, you must practice compassion continuously, and I'm falling every day. You can say I'm far from perfect, even if I know the science, even if I know a lot about like human behavior, about society, about history. Like, I know a lot of stuff, my friend, but still I fall in the trap every day, my friend. Something happens, somebody annoys me, and I get annoyed at them, and then I become judgmental, directly. It goes so fast, Somebody's having something, oh my God, that's a Nazi or whatever, right? You start to judge, They do the same, right? Oh, look at that. Who do you think he is, that gangster or whatever? Like, they will look at me and define me as, I don't know. I hope they don't define me as nothing more than a human, actually. So because that is what I try to do to other people, but it's so easy to fall into that. So how do you practice it? Well, I would say if you're like religious, you can anchor yourself with God, like, and follow your religion, like the part that tells you, like, treat other people how you should be treated, that who you want to be treated yourself. So simple, like anchor yourself in that, do your prayers. Now, if you're not so much into that, you can maybe use mindfulness. I use that a lot, actually, to anchor myself as much as I can. I don't do it enough, so I hope I will start to do it. I want to do it like Piotr, he does it 5 times per day minimum. He's doing it constantly, and he's so cool. He keeps himself cool all the time, positive. I only see him like become like grumpy, like I can become when I haven't slept enough, or I'm like overworked or I'm stressed with somebody stressing me, I can become like super, super grumpy to people. And yeah, and when I get pissed off, I get pissed off, you know. People like, whoa, 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 like what happened here, you know. Like I change people, you know, in a way that I was born with this, you know. If I enter a room and I'm a bad mood, the room will become dark, my friend. If I'm a good mood, the room, it will become a party, you know. Like, hey, Eduardo is here, then it's a party, right? But if I'm in a bad mood, then people will like, I notice how I affect people, you know. So that is why I try to use my gift that I got, my natural leadership gift, to use it in a positive way and stay neutral as much as I can to not affect people, because you should not do that, my friend. If you have that gift, you know, people should just feel how they feel inside without anybody coming and like taking energy, you know. So I don't want to be that energy sucker, so I'm actively like trying to avoid to do that. Anyways, so Piotr, he do it constantly, you know, and I seen him only kind of show irritation to me only once, you know. And me and Piotr, we hang out a lot, you know. Like we were stuck in Iceland, and we had to like share hotel rooms and stuff, because it was like there was not many things to get there. Everybody was stuck in Iceland. The planes were canceled. Like all these angry Polish people wanted to go to Poland, and me wanted to go to Oslo to my children, you know. So there was a lot of anger, there was a lot of stress around, you know. People were showing it, and I was like freaking out all the time, screaming at people, you know, going my push on people, especially this lady from the, I will not say the airline, because I don't want to put people on heat, but I did it that day. Actually, that is what I did. I posted even the name of the flight company. This woman called me a liar, that I lied, that the thing what happened when we came there 1 hour before, there was nobody there, so we could change the ticket, because Piotr's flight was canceled to Warsaw, and my flight was going to fly 1 hour after his to Oslo, right? But I'm the captain of the ship. I can't leave my soldiers behind, so I had to stay. You know, Pan was very angry at me, but that's the thing. You know, I'm a leader all the way, so I decided to stay, and I didn't take that flight. You know. So, anyways, nobody came, so I could change my ticket. So the second day, I went to complain. I said nobody, and they even tried to call them. They didn't answer, this flight company. And this woman from this flight company called me in my face a liar. She said, "No, we were here. You're lying." And I was like, "Are you calling me a liar?" And she like, "Yes." And she continued, you know. And I was like, "You know, I'm gonna get pissed off here if you continue. You don't call me a liar again, please." And then she did it again. Like then she did it like the third time she did, I just snapped on her, you know. And she like called the guards and stuff. So I had to walk out of there. So I just, oh my god, I was so angry, you know. So and this is the thing, you know. I regret that I did that. I can't tell you why, my friend, because it doesn't give me anything. I know I can put anybody on place if I want to, but that doesn't give anything, you know. As I felt at the moment was, okay, this woman deserves a slap from somebody like me that knows how to talk to people, so she that can get to understand that you don't treat people badly. So I gave it to her badly, you know. Like, I didn't touch her, of course, but I said to her how it was, right? Like, oh, you're having a bad day? Like, what the heck is wrong with you, woman? Treating and she like freaked out, right? Called the guards and stuff, so I have to walk out of there, right? So why did I regret that? Maybe you might think maybe she deserves that, Eduardo, because she should not call you a liar. Yes, it's true, because her work is actually to keep cool, my friend. If you're working with stressed people in an airport, come on, you need to stay cool. You know, people are stressed. Don't call people liars. So yeah, she did wrong, right? But I did wrong being a better person, knowing the science, knowing people relations, and knowing what I know, you know. I still did the mistake of getting angry on her, and because of my ego, I put her in place, you know. But I lost, because I could have chosen to do like this. I could just tell her, you know what? I don't like that you call me a liar. That is quite offensive, you know. So I will just walk from here now, because else I would probably snap, but I truly believe that you're doing it wrong here, my friend. You could do it differently. You could tell, you know what, I wasn't here, Eduardo, so I can testify that if somebody was here or not. You could say like that instead, instead of calling me a liar, because that's offensive, So I will just walk from here now. I think maybe, I don't know, you're having a bad day. I don't know what is happening here, but I don't want to be in this negativity. So, and then I just would have walked, but I didn't, And that is what Piotr does. He stays cool all the time, my friend. I think he only showed irritation like the final minutes of being stuck in Iceland, the last hour. Yeah, he didn't know if I would be able to get him out of there, because I had like issues. I had to fix the tickets. There were so many things I needed to solve, to get my soldier out of Iceland, and I was on the phone constantly, fixing that, fixing the fundings, and doing this and that, because we lost the tickets. I need to buy new ones, right? And I have a budget. I plan my budgets everywhere I go, right? So I have to solve everything. Now the tickets were like double the prices. There were so many things I needed to solve, and I was constantly like, okay, I solved this one, now I solved that one, right? So 2 hours before, Piotr still didn't have his ticket in his hand, and he was going to fly like in 2 hours, let's say. And now we've been stuck 3 days, right? So then I noticed he was getting annoyed. And it was the first time of all the stress we went through that he showed any kind of not negative, I would say, like stress kind of emotion, right? And imagine, like, during all this time with me, I snapped on people like 100 times, like that woman, you could say, and other stuff, whatever, like trivial stuff, right? People are annoyed and they scream at you for no reason at all, right? And then I snap, like, why are you screaming at me? Like, blah, 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 blah. Stupid, yeah? You're stupid. So I want to be like Piotr. I want to be like him. I want to, yeah, I will always be a fighter for sure, but I want to pick 1 out of 10 fights, that is the thing. That is my new kind of ambition in life. You don't need to take all these battles with people, my friend. It's so stupid. Like you can do like the Matrix. That is what I want to do, is that I just want to, here comes negativity against me. Somebody's having a bad day, I don't know, and they know, like, I'm an easy guy to pick a fight with, because I will trigger. So then it's coming towards me, and I would like to do the Matrix. I want to do like this, Just let it glide, my friend, because you have nothing to win, my friend, because hate taints you, negativity taints you, like I said. That is what the science shows, that hate is so contagious, that it's so contagious that I can tell somebody something, they get angry, and then together with me we will form a pact against that we're angry on. That is so contagious, it is, it's crazy contagious. So we need to avoid it as much as we can in our lives, we need to do that. So that is my point, that, like Dimitri said, I always quote Dimitri's quote, the best quote Dimitri ever done. I love that quote. He said, you always have the choice, about every second, every minute, every breath you take, to choose between positivity and negativity. And he said, I prefer positivity. So we have the choice, my friends, all the time, to choose that active action between the positive path and the negative path. I want to be like Dimitri and Piotr, like a hybrid between them, something like that. But I will never, like, my nature is not that, my friend. My nature is, I would say now, after so many years of being in the field, like grinding. I'm a grinder. I love to grind. You will never see me drive a Ferrari in any place in the world, my friend. I'm a grinder. I love to build companies. I love to scale. I love the action, my friend. I will die doing action. So I will, even if I'm shabby, I will never become a fat cat, my friend. That is a fact, I can tell you. You will see a lot of people around me that get rich becoming fat cats, but I will not become that. Never, my friend. I will die grinding. So the fighter in me will never leave me. But like I said, I can choose to take the 10th battle only. It means when I really need to step up to somebody's face for some reason that they totally violates everything you can imagine. I don't know, abuses a female colleague around me or something. Yeah, then I need to give them the heat, my friend, because now you stepped on the human values, and I respect human values a lot, my friend. That is kind of something I don't negotiate with nobody. That is not negotiable with Eduardo, you know. So that's what I want to do, you know. So I want to train on that. So magic. He's actually, yeah, also from Poland. I have so many people in Poland now. I'm even going to Poland to set up a company with people there to work with my stuff, you know, like doing the videos, all of that. I'm going to put that in Poland actually, because so Magic is actually advising me on the power of now. Actually, he's a person that I like to be a lot with, like Piotr, you could say. And then Lukasz also. Lukasz is the first Polish brother I got. You can tell you we worked together in many years when I was in the Norwegian Stock Exchange, CSD. He was one of the main architects that came and helped us with the systems. So yeah, but he also had that tranquility, you know, that some Polish people have, you know, and they were very spiritual in a sense. They have so many things that I like about Poland. You know, I feel like being in Chile. That's what I claim. That Polish people are the Chileans of Europe, my friend. They have that thing. They can get really angry, but also they have that tranquility when they need it. You know, more than us, I would think, more than Chileans actually. They have a tranquility that I really love. I admire that tranquility in Polish people. I wish I could have that. I so wish it. Give me some, Lukasz. So yeah, so that's the thing, you know. So love is the opposite of everything I said. Yeah, so simple. So I will not even go into love because I did a love video the other day talking about my love experience, the ultimate love experience when I had my children, for example. That was, you cry, you know, happiness. I would say that is love for me, is crying of happiness, you know. When those moments happen, my friend, you need to remember that forever, you know. Crying. I remember the last time I cried of happiness. It was not a long time ago. I think it was when Nicolas spelled his name correctly. I was so happy, my friends. I wanted to kiss him, you know. I wanted to, and now he's like 7, you know. He's like, don't touch me, like. I can't cuddle him anymore. I miss so much cuddling my son. No, zero, you know. It's like at the most he give me this hug, you know, like this. Oh my god, I want to cuddle my son so much. He don't like that. So I cuddle him when he's sleeping. Actually, yeah, I do that, my friend. I'm hugging him. Oh, my little son, you know. Same with my daughter. Now she's 7, so she's also getting into Nicolas thing that they don't like cuddles so much as I do, you know. So yeah, I suffer from that, I can tell you. But I would say the moments I cry of happiness, for me, that's the ultimate love rush, I can tell you. The same, I think, with Isabel, when she learned to walk, or like was talking her, she said father the first time, papa, you know, like the first time. Oh my god, that was such a rush, you know. I still remember that. So that is what I try to do, because we live in so much negativity. Like I said, that now you can understand that if negativity is so contagious, what I'm explaining here is comes from the research. It's not like I just invent stuff. Then you can understand why we have such a negative society, because people don't reflect. They just go on the autopilot, you know. They go online, they hate. Something happens in the traffic, they throw the finger in the air. Yeah, like hate is all around us constantly, like the shootings, the war, you know, it's because it's so contagious, right? So what I do is that those times when I can feel love for humanity, not only in my children, I would say, like in other person, like with Piotr, that stayed with me, that went with me to Poland, you know, without hesitation, and he acted like we were best friends all our lives, and we just recently got to know each other only like 2 months ago, actually, right? I really felt love for that man, you know, going home. I'm still calling him, like asking him, like, how are you doing, Piotr? Are you okay? You need anything? That's what I'm talking about. Like, once you find a positive strain in your life to walk on, my friend, try to keep on it as much as you can, because I said it's so easy to fall on the opposite, my friends. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to play the video again. It's 12 it's quite late here in Norway, and I still have 2 hours to go, because Jude, if you're listening, yes, we're going to finish the Unite Africa website today, as I promised. So we need to keep our promises, my friend. Even if I'm started, me and Jude is for the event in Nigeria, Kenya, 27th of August. I'm going there actually. It's going to be an amazing event, and going to meet a lot of interesting people in Africa. So yeah, I want to wrap up that website together with him and like just launch something amazing tomorrow, my friends. Africa Unite 365. I will write it in the chat here. 1 second, I will add it here. Africa Unite 365.com, how it sounds, you know. I like that project so much, my friend. I have so much heart for Mother Africa, you know. I even say Mother Africa. I don't say Africa, Mother Africa. So, and there is this quote somebody said, you know, I don't remember. Yeah, Nalinava actually mentioned it, you know. Somebody really high said that we can't take the next step, you know, if we don't include Africa, you know, like Africa is part of the solution to move forward as a human race, as a society, also as an economy, I would say, you know. So that is the fact. So for me, having the privilege of being part of, maybe even if I'm like a micro percentage in this quantum leap that Africa will take, my friends, I feel so proud about it, you know. Even if I know that my contribution is like this little, right? But if everybody contributes a little to help Africa to take that leap, my friends, it will come big time, because Africa has so much to give to humanity, my friend, to business, to everything, you know. So I'm happy to be in that part, you know. Anyways, going to play the video again. I'm out of here, my friends. So yeah, those are my views of hate, love. Conclusion is, I claim that it's an active decision, my friend, that you need to train on daily, constantly, multiple times per day to stay as a positive man of this world, my friend, or a woman, if you're a woman, or if you're something else in between, or whatever you want to be, a positive alien, if you want, if you like. You're welcome to talk to me. I'm welcoming all people of positivity, because sometimes it feels we're very few, my friends. It just feels reading the news, going on Facebook. I don't even do that anymore. Yeah, I go on Facebook actually to talk with my friends, post my stuff, but I actually don't read the news so much. Very seldom that I do it now. I do it once per day, just to show my respect to humanity, that I actually want to hang along with what they do. But nothing surprises me nowadays, my friend, and I just get sad. The more I in the news, the sadder I get, you know, reading about all the hate, all the injustice in this world. It just drains my energy. So I want to do the opposite, my friend. I want to be a man of action, showing another way. You know? That's what I'm doing. So peace out. EduardoX.com. Follow me, connect with me, talk to me. I like to talk to people, so don't be afraid to contact and talk to me. I'm quite an easy man to talk to, I can tell you. So let's play the video again.
Para la plaza de Mahahual. ser ingratos con el folclor de mi pueblo, que ahora sus acordeoneros no más tocan puro vallenato. Toco paseo sabanero, toco paseo vallenato, porro, cumbia, paseaditos, charanga y puya. Que llevamos en la sangre la que un día el indio cantó, y el repicar de tambores con gaita y un acordeón. Ven, hermano, a cantar tu música sabanera y sabrás que la cumbia es popular en Colombia y fuera de ella, y verás qué bonito van bailando extranjeros que sí saben valorar nuestro ritmo colombiano. ¡Hey! Cumbia colombiana para el mundo entero. Debemos brindar tributos con honores a nuestro bello folclor y darle ese gran valor como a una nación sus colores, que nosotros como grandes pregoneros lograremos rescatar nuestro orgullo sabanero como es el porro y la cumbia. Debemos llevarlo en alto por el confín de los tiempos, porque ahora en el extranjero bailan la cumbia bien colombiano. Bailan paseo sabanero, bailan paseo vallenato, bailan porro, paseaditos, charanga y puya. Que llevamos en la sangre que aquel indio nos dejó. Honremos la cumbia madre, madre de nuestro folclor. Ven, hermano, a cantar tu música sabanera y sabrás que la cumbia es popular en Colombia y fuera de ella. Y verás qué bonito van bailando extranjeros que sí saben valorar nuestro ritmo colombiano. También los salvadoreños bailan bonito charanga y cumbia. A bailar y a gozar la cumbia en El Salvador. Con Aniceto Molina porque su música es preferida. Lisandro Mesa y Alfredo, grandes juglares de nuestro pueblo. A bailar y a gozar, su música es su esplendor. Son tres grandes leyendas